Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to the Obachanchatter. Today is March the 18th. Yes, March the 18th. It's like quarter quarter to 12 Central Time, um, lunchtime. I'm here today to recap with you the Married to Medicine Season 11, Episode 15, Duchess Toya and her royal court. Okay, we begin this episode off with Toya opening up the door for two event planners that she invited over. Now, while they got their, then they took their shoes off to come in the house because they don't, and nobody's wearing shoes, not even Toya. But one of the event planners sit on her couch and put her foot on her white couch. Now they seem like they know each other, but I don't care how well I know you. I'm not gonna put my foot on your couch, especially not no white couch. So anyway, she telling them that she's hooked up on the Bridgerton. Who is Bridgerton? Is that Netflix or Hulu's? That the what's the lady that did Olivia Pope shit, that series that came on, the black lady that got her own production. Excuse me. That black lady has her own production company. Excuse me, I'm gonna get some tissue and blow my nose. Don't want to wipe and blow on camera because that's gross. Okay, so listen. Um, I don't know what her name is, but anyway, she did Bridgerton, and Bridgerton is back in the Victorian ages where they wearing ball gowns and they still go to ballrooms and wear all them. Ain't nobody washing their ass because they got too many clothes to put on. The lady wearing the corset and the slip and the pantaloons and the shit around her neck and the wig on her head and the shit around her. Woo! And they ain't believing no water back then. So anyway, she's doing a ballroom thing, Bridgerton. Anniversary celebration has been 16 years since they've been together. They've known each other 18 years, but they've been married for 16. She going all out for it. She really wants it to look like what we see when you watch the series. It's romantic, romance, it's flowers and ivory. It's the pig with the damn apple in his mouth, fruit everywhere, candelabras everywhere, wine glasses, crystal. That's what she doing. So anyway, the lady asked her, "How much is your budget?" She said 25,000. So I'm like, "Damn, that's gonna be a nice party." Till she starts saying she want horses and carriages. She want a celloist. She need to do a toast. She wants the pig. She wants ivory. She needs flowers. She started asking for a whole lot of shit. So I don't know. I don't think she got it for 25. I think her party probably cost every bit about with food and shit. And she got costumes. That one room that they came in, the actual room where is it? I guess that's where you would do the meet and the greet, and you had your little drinks before you walk into the ballroom. That ain't had shit in there. It was just some little vaults of candles when you come up the steps. It looked like I did back then when, back there in the times, they ain't had no oil. They ain't had electricity. They had candles and shit. Had it looking, frontiery looking. So anyway, let me stop talking about her shit. So anyway, Toya said she only get parties that are three things: fly, entertaining, and drunk. Then she took back drunk and said, "Ooh, no, I meant tipsy." So she said the guest list is going to be really important as well because they need to bring the group back together. These motherfuckers been coming back together so much they all should be with inside of one another. You can't get back together no more together than these. Y'all just need to. I'm okay. Let me just do this sidebar real quick. This shit disappointed me. The way these women get, project themselves to the world. Y'all some just some ratchet bitches with degrees. I really don't see no difference between y'all and me, except for y'all on TV. And I gotta say, I really don't act that way. I don't do dumb. Y'all do high school shit. When I got out of high school, I never did high school again. First of all, I didn't like it. So I never wanted to go back there, and I never needed to be in a gang of fucking people. Nowhere, not at work, not at school. I was like a loner, and I don't mind doing that. I can be with the crowd or not. And y'all just don't nobody last on y'all show, and nobody last on y'all show because y'all some vile ass bitches. I'm just gonna say it. So anyway, to me, all Toya is concerned about is showing off her event and having a full house. And she be forgetting the main part. She says her party is fly. It's got to be the end of She says three things. Her party be fly, which means I'm guessing the decor, the entertainment, music, dancing, DJ, whatever the fuck, and then her drinks. But she don't know. What really make a party is the fucking people. So that's why it's important for her to have a packed house. Who the fuck want to have all three of them things, but ain't nobody in there? Nobody. That shit ain't no party. The party is the people that are there. And she came to forget that. You can have all them ingredients. Oh, and the other thing got to be food. Cause you ain't got no food for me, I ain't staying. I'm just gonna tell you this shit now. If you, I got to get my hair done and all this type of shit and wash my car and find some shit to go along with your your little floral, whatever you call it, floral, whatever you want to floral, whatever you want to call that. You better feed me. So she just want a full house. She don't give a fuck who's showing up. I mean, she don't want no fight, but she want her party to be the talk of the town. So we got Tisha and G, and they out together, and it's weird to me. This is just the husband and the wife, and it's just the two of them, and they say shit like, "I'm glad we finally found time to spend with each other." I'm like, who the fuck else is y'all spending time with? But she work from home, and you do a lot of your medical shit from the house. I guess I don't know. So anyway, they eating, they having drinks, and they making little jokes and shit. But Tisha, so they start talking about this fucking party. She said we find out that she didn't RSVP, and Toya let us know that she didn't RSVP, but Quad did. So I guess it'll be Quad up in the house. So she said so. Anyway, back at the event thing, the planner says, "Do you? Hey, when you leave, turn that off for me. I'm hot. Okay." Um, the the planner asked, "Are you gonna need some security?" And she was like, "Tori ain't paying for no damn security, child. I mean, even if she did need it, she ain't gonna pay for it." So anyway, they start talking about the party, and Tisha said, Toya put in a spot like, like she making her choose, and she said she's not making her choose, but she said at the same time, turn that on for me. She said at the same time, he still got clothes hanging in the closet behind my towel. But at the same time, who the fuck gonna be begging to be with y'all? She said she like y'all. She still got friends. On the other hand, Dr. G tells us that he real fucked up about it. He said he is so hurt by the group that he don't know. He want to stay. He want to go. He don't know what to do. He said that everything just stand on respect. So the group saying that she don't know where they back at the spot saying we don't know where she's staying. And then and Dr. G said he's staying on respect. Respect is the issue. So he was talking about the men. So he said the men keep talking to him, wanting to say we want to handle this situation in house. We don't really want you to press no charges on him. So I said, so he finally succumbed. He said He said the issue for him is the men keep wanting him to drop it. I said, yeah, they keep bullying your ass to drop it. So he said, he just don't feel good about the situation. And if anything, just felt like he more hurt that they done turned their back on him. He feel like he done turned they left him and Sweet Tea out there. So it is what it is. And he said it feel like only him and T are making an effort and ain't nobody else putting forth an effort. I said all y'all seeing this shit in your own way because I don't know. Just from the jump, y'all should have known this shit was not gonna go right. So anyway, back at the house, ugh, I don't like her. Jackie helping Curtis get dressed, and that outfit he got on look like shit. Actually, what he wearing in the house look better than what the fuck he wearing to this lady ball. So him and they practicing the dance and simultaneously at the same time, Evelyn and Damon at the house, and they practicing how to do the dance. So we at Contessa house, and she watching her husband try on his uniform, try on his outfit, and I was like, fucking Scott. He looked like Paul Revere with that wig on. It was that one of those Contessa wigs that he put some mineral oil or something on, and then tried to put it in the ponytail, looked super greasy, and then he wearing this funky looking pink shit. He look like a greasy ass prince. I hope he don't wear that wig, but I think he is. So he said he don't look good in purple, and she said he don't either. So anyway, he trying to get his shit ready to go to the party. So we're back at Toya's house and she trying on this gray um Martha Washington wig and she talking to her husband and Eugene just looking at her. And she said, he trying to tell her that this bitch thought Bridgerton was real. I was like, this is crazy. She was like, it's not real. I know back in the day, we had money. He was like, nah, we wasn't doing no shit like that. It might have been a few of them though, for real, Eugene. Of the ones that could buy their freedom, or the ones that wasn't slaves. They wasn't hanging out at no parties with these motherfuckers, but it was everybody. Some of them bought their way out of the slaveries and shit. Some of them had them, sometimes them white men, they like that color. So, some of the women had men taking care of them. But yes, a lot of them, they wore clothes, but they was in that motherfucker cooking and cleaning and nursing them white folks' babies and shit. So they was there. But Toya, he was like, it's a fantasy, girl. She is so retarded. So, they start asking about Tisha and Greg, and Toya said, yeah, they coming, but they got a time slot. And then he said, okay, let's get dressed. It's 6:50. These motherfuckers' time slot is from 8 to 9. Huh? You didn't get them an hour and a half. They got exactly an hour. Now, I don't know what the other ones got. Well, I would imagine if they come in second, they get to stay the longest. So anyway, they start showing up for the spot, and I gotta say that's gonna be a little bit out of order. Heavenly always look. She always had these moments. Most of the time, they happen at the reunions, though. But she, to me, out of everybody, her and Mimi and Contessa. Contessa, I figured she was gonna look okay, but she already costumey. They look the best to me. And the men, oh my gosh, when King came in there, King was so fine, even Simone had to holler out her damn mouth. And her lovely man. Oh, some shit she said. And then you see King, it's not even about her so much as his look as his mannerism. He real mannish, and I like that about him, and I love his voice. I love that slow. It's like he speaks purposely when he speaks, and his enunciation, all that is just is out the park. Boy, what I was gonna say, even Toya was in his face. Oh, we missed you so much. I was like, this motherfucker been on 2 episodes, and y'all done missed him so much. He's such an integral part of the goddamn group. Even the men they fandom King fandoms. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, let me get back to the shit. I mean, back to the ball or whatever. So anyway, I said King was outstanding. Dr. G, he came in costume, but that fucking wig on his head, The wig that old boy had on, what's his name? Scott? No, no. And see, so he looked alright at first, but then you seen him from another angle. He just like he put on a whole bunch of shirts with collars and shit on them. He wasn't really doing nothing. So before we get there, you got King and Quad. They're back at the house, because they laughing about Greg filing attempted charges on him about some shit. So, she was just carrying on or whatever. So anyway, and Dr. Mimi looked nice. Oh, and her husband, he looked all right. He had his shirt open, looking like a man dingo, like somebody said, but he was all right. I mean, he too looked handsome in some angles, and some angles I just would pass him over. But I forgot to mention horse teeth. She like she was going to the prom, and I didn't like her hair too much. It wasn't the same color. Looked like the bun, the whatever that shit was on the top, didn't like it matched the foundation. This part, not to me. And then I don't like Simone, so and then Jackie like she was wearing a fucking sheet. She like she need to eat. I think she anorexic. Fuck that. She's anorexic to me. And her hair was stringy. With her neck that long, with that type of dress, it would have been better to do her hair. But I already told you, Curtis is like a runaway slave. I don't know what the fuck he had on. So everybody standing around talking. They was like, which com's coming, and if Dr. G and Sweet Tea is coming. They was like, we don't know because what she say? We don't really know because she didn't RSVP, but if she comes, she got a time slot, whatever, whatever. So anyway, after that, here they come. And Simone, she always asking some shit. So anyway, Quad is talking to. I think she's talking to the dude that's doing her hair and to King when she say some shit about King don't take that she don't ever want to be around the Lunsfords again or whatever the fuck she say. So eventually Simone and I mean Toya and her man show up and he looked like he looked to me like the plainest man going to the Oscars with that white on. I'm talking about Eugene. And I don't like that all white creamy looking shit that she got on. I don't like Toya's outfit until after she go put her blue dress on. But before then, she just looked like she walking around the house with at her function with a fucking nightgown on. So so Toya said everybody like they followed the most of the dress code. Damon didn't. Because he came to that motherfucker with just a regular suit on, but Heavenly did that thing. So anyway, Toya said that Simone, she ain't said her name, but she said she was at a quinceañera. I think that's a Spanish, where the girls wear big ass dresses and shit. So we got Sweet Tea and her man finally show up. And Sweet Tea like she happy to be there. And they look like they're a little bit nervous. And Dr. G, when he come in, he said, oh, where's the party? Where is the party? And that bitch, Mimi, I don't like her. I do not like this hoe. She gonna say, oh my goodness. And here comes the messy mess. The messy mess, 1 2 step, messy. Some old smart shit she said, but they brought you to the group, bitch. You'll have no loyalty. And don't worry about it, because if they get rid of Sweet Tea, bitch, you next. They gonna get rid of you next. They gonna get rid of Contessa because she do whatever they say. She tell us the shit they do fucked up in her confessional. But when that's kind of business she stand on. She stand on business in the confessional. But when she out there with them, she taking their side. I mean, she tried to resist, but she don't try real hard. She just keep her goddamn mouth shut most of the time. But I don't like you, Mimi, and I don't like Steve. And I hope this is the last season I see y'all. And as a matter of fact, I'll be real with y'all. I probably don't even matter. I'm sure y'all look at my channel. I don't have very many subscribers, and I don't know who be in the bushes. But I'm gonna tell you this: I got 110 people that love me. They subscribe. I hope they love me because I love them. But I ain't gonna put my people through this bullshit. I can't. I don't have the capacity or the brain cells at the age of 59 to be fucking around this type of shit. Especially as I continue on with this thing. Cause Toya, I mean, I've been seeing this background shit, and all of them are blaming this shit on Sweet Tea. And I'm like, where the fuck y'all been? And I seen her about to kick her sister ass at the beginning of the season, of her season when she first married him. Then I seen her kind of, y'all talk shit to her, she talk shit back to y'all. But the way Heavenly and Toya and them making it sound, they making it sound like when y'all together, that sweet tea coming out swinging, she pushing them. She do say little shit like she said something last time. I'm going up with a medical thing. I'm going up in here to make sure my husband good, and if they want smoke, they'll be smoke. But I hope it don't be no smoke, 'cause this is we in the church, all that type of shit. So, everybody talk a little bit shit. But y'all is crazy. Y'all started fucking with her. Now, this is what I know is about people, especially me. If I want to be, if there's a group and there's somebody I fuck with the group, and I'm thinking if it's somebody that I fuck with and they fucking with them, then they got to be okay too. Because if you ain't okay, I don't fuck with you. So I think she assuming, okay, me and so and so got a relationship, and she real tight with them, and so we got to be about the same on pretty much the same shit. So when you come into a group, especially a professional group like all y'all we real estate agents and doctors and dentists and all this type of shit. You would think they come in with a better echelon, like if you come around my way, well, I don't have a way because I'm like a chameleon. You put my ass in the White House or the crack house. Either way, I'm getting out of that motherfucker, and I can do it by talking. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no punk. Even if I'm nervous somewhere, I'm not gonna show that I'm nervous. I say it. Yeah, motherfucker, you got me a little bit nervous, so watch me, but I'm not gonna be like scared nervous. I never do that. But she came into nobody goes into a group like that except Brittany from the Real Housewives of Potomac. I mean of Atlanta with that type of shit on them. So when I saw Sweet Tea, she was very receptive. Y'all was doing shit to her like bring his ex-wife to the shit. You know what I'm saying? And stop fucking around playing. Just because this girl say, now what's the difference between being engaged and married or whatever? She say she got access to the wallet. This shit is true. She told you the truth. That's the best thing. She don't got, she needs something. Now she got her doctor husband, boyfriend, man to give it to her. And y'all be fucking with her about the littlest that y'all just be on her. But I'm fucked up because y'all got her in these YouTube streets thinking that y'all scared to go to production. Like she in that motherfucker, like y'all got to hold her in a cage till it's her scene. And I'm like, that ain't what she give off. And at first she was giving off soft. Then y'all started fucking with her, and she was like, "Yo, y'all not gonna play me because y'all try to little girl her, and y'all still try to do it. Y'all are the most insulting." And Simone and Jackie. Oh my God! When I was in the Housewives of Atlanta, and they said you are part of the surrogate group for. Now, I hope not for black women. You match people up, black people, women. No, I'm with Shamir and like other people. I don't give a fuck what color you is, cause I'm gonna tell you something. I done had black motherfuckers treat me like shit and white ones too. I want somebody to hear me and understand me and feel my pain if they're a doctor when I talk to them. Fuck all that. She gotta be as black as me and her parents need to been slaves and shit. I don't want no. Sometimes I don't want a motherfucker that look like me. Sometimes no. I want a motherfucker that care like me about me. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying on that. But doctor, oh, I don't even want to call this bitch doctor. So anyway, they're at the party, and I don't even think, and I don't think they did the Mimi girl even talk to fucking Did she even talk to Sweet Tea? All I remember is that when they all was around Sweet Tea, was telling that bitch she gotta leave, and I didn't like that shit. So anyway, every time you turn around, why is Simone in the mix? Don't you think it's about time that like she instead of her enjoying herself, she's sitting around trying to see where she can get tea. So Simone over there listening to them talk to Sweet Tea, and she would come back to her. Sweet Tea's over there begging to stay. I was like, that bitch ain't beg nobody to stay. She did not beg. Beg is a big ass word, especially in some shit going on like this. She fucking wasn't begging. So anyway, she was like, I mean, she could beg if she want. I mean, it's already set. What can I do? Bitch, Toya, it's your fucking party. You can say you can stay, but can you just stay away from them? That's what I'm saying. Y'all got minds like fucking high schoolers. This shit is fucking ridiculous to me. So anyway, they all go over there and they just surround her like whoosh. Well, sweet tea, you probably don't want to be here anyway. Why the fuck wouldn't she want to be there? She like she trying to have a good time. You probably ready to go, especially since you know since Heavenly and King and all them is coming. You probably just ready to go, huh? Who the fuck was talking to you, Simone? And what the fuck you got to do with this? But then when Toya opened up her mouth and say, "You caused this mess," what? Man, I've been like, no problem. So I guess to save face, and I'm glad that he did it. Dr. G stepped in like a gentleman because somehow I don't know if the camera angle pushed his ass back or made it so he was like he took a step back behind Sweet Tea and she was surrounded by the women and Jackie standing there looking like, and why the fuck was she raising her hand? Like she wanted to say something. Bitch, conversation over with. But as soon as she was said that shit, just a mess that you caused, and her husband stepped in, and he was like, well, we don't want to disrespect you. We want you to have a beautiful day, and this is a wonderful event. And I thank you so much for having us. And time heals all wounds, so let's let the time do the healing, and we will see you again very soon. Have a wonderful evening. And they backed up. If I was Sweet Tea, I'd be like, we ain't going nowhere yet. Boy, I'm gonna get me a plate. And I would walk my ass over there and cut that fucking pig and got me some cheese and some crackers and some grapes. Cause I was so goddamn mad when they was leaving. And she's like, let's go get something to eat. That you ain't even eat. Man, you got all that shit on the drive all the way across town and had drinks with motherfuckers you see all the time. I girl wasn't even nowhere. Wasn't the RSVP, wasn't shit. So anyway, so Toya, I'm so happy that y'all here. I said she's so happy that they here. Her and Simone can't wait till they leave. And we don't want anything to happen with when they show up. Well, why would anything happen? Because first of all, T and G is there first. So if some shit pop off, it's gonna have to be off for having them. They're already there. They're already acclimated to the space. And y'all saw how off a King. I mean, I like him and shit, but King ain't gonna do nothing. He's such a gentleman. Get the fuck out of here, y'all. Y'all ain't been no friend of mine. So anyway, while they there, I do like the sweet tea this, do this. When the balls on Bridgerton, they be messy. And there be somebody that got some salacious news. So sweet tea print out this letter talking about how this one woman always talking about everybody business and shit, and watch the reason why she talking. And she is AKA she talking about Heavenly, but she don't put her name in the shit, but everybody know who it is, and everybody also know who sent that shit out because there's a little girl walking around here, you passing out the news and shit. So everybody getting and they reading. So the big thing is a picture of Heavenly with Curtis got his hands around her hip. And that shit is so inappropriate to me. I mean, my husband, my ex-husband, I don't give a fuck. Husband, boyfriend, don't even if we just fucking, don't put your hands on my girlfriend here. And then Heavenly with this motherfucker, not Heavenly. Heavenly said she don't even remember it. I will remember a man putting his hand on my hip. I'm just saying. Apparently Toya do too, because it's a question that's being asked. I saw like a snippet of the reunion, and it's supposed to be three parts. I don't know which part, but they asked about him touching, putting his hand on people's hips, and Toya said he got a habit of putting his hands on people's hips, and I believe it because Jackie ain't got none. Fuck, he gonna touch, and they just a weird together. So anyway, Jackie said she looked at the picture and she said, "Why is you holding her on her hip?" She at the wild heavenly, she gonna snot like your ass for her husband touching on you. And he said, "I don't know." She said, "Maybe it's AI trying to play it off." That shit is embarrassing. Cause I don't want my husband holding on no bitch from nowhere ever. So anyway, so they read the notice and the shit, and everybody looking at, even the men reading it. And Jackie looks over and says, the Toya, this is trash, and she rips it. And then they asked Simone about it. She said, "Oh, whoever wrote that's right. I invited the how I would write that because I would be, ooh, that side up with some good verbal because I would have shut the fuck up." So anyway, Greg over there with the men, they standing up talking to him and shit. And eventually he says, yeah, y'all, I'm gonna let the group. Okay, I just let the group handle it. I'm a rational gentleman. And I was like, dude, they just bullied you to that conclusion. Yeah, to that conclusion, you just feel like you got bullied. So I said, Steve outfit looks nice. It looked better than Cecil because Cecil like he got a bunch of fucking shirts on. So I said, Dr. G, why you talking to them men in the middle of that circle? You like Stewart Little, that little mice. You need to take that shit off. So Cecil said, "Yeah, we just need a little bit more time, to talk to you. You have to bully him, to pressure him, to make him feel like he being a bitch for pressing charges and shit." And I don't know how I feel about that. If he felt like he wanted to press charges, then press charges. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't say right or wrong. He felt like his life was threatened, whether he started or he didn't start it. If that's what he wanted to do, that's what he wanted to do. And why his friends, y'all told him how y'all felt about it. And you know where it's all coming from. It's stemming from the shit with Quad. I guess he just feels some type of way. But I don't, I'll be like, man, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. But if you do it, I'm with you. Y'all pretty much told the motherfucker, if you press them charges, we ain't gonna be friends with you, because we like kings. So I'm just like, whatever. So I already did that part where I said Simone go over there and lie to Toya and said that T over there begging to stay. So we got Toya, Simone, Contestant, and Jackie. Like I said, they all get all around her and ask her to leave. So Contessa over there and her staying on business confessional. "Mm, it's unfair. Why can't we just be grown ups? Why can't she just stay? Why can't you just say that shit when all y'all was standing around right there?" But like I said, Toya looked at her. Y'all created this mess. And somebody said she didn't want to go. She said, I wouldn't want to leave either. Bitch, whatever. I said, man, fuck her and her party, but I will be getting me a plate. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to spend all that money, do my hair, wig, get my husband a wig and shit. And then I come all across town to drink drinks with these motherfuckers for an hour. And they kick me out and I don't get no food. Shit. And they ain't got no security. So I'm getting me something to eat. So Dr. G, he picks up his face and he says, I said that sweet shit, goodbye, time heals all room. I said, damn, they kicked them out. The motherfuckers didn't even eat, but I was gonna get me a plate. So anyway, we got Simone kissing Contessa ass because she don't really care for Contessa neither. And she's like, we really tried to get Phaedra here, you know. We tried our best. And they talked to Phaedra. You see Phaedra saying, man, I ain't about to alter my standards to be able to deal with this woman's disrespect from Heavenly. And she said, I ain't about to do that. I don't want to hang around y'all. So she said, so you're going to exercise the group because of Heavenly? And she was like, yeah, what the fuck? I told y'all I ain't coming. So that's when Simone tried to make herself feel good and said, we're not mean girls. We're good girls. We're great friends. Okay, Contessa. Whatever the fuck. Okay, y'all just these motherfuckers are they drinking the Trump Kool-Aid too? Just whatever motherfuckers say, everybody just start believing it. So they when I love how they all came into the place though. They showed everybody coming down. That's about the best. Simone looked good ascending down the steps. She was nice looking. Who else looked good? King looked good coming down the steps. I don't even forgot about Quar. She was alright, but he stole the show. So anyway, when they there, the men talking to King, and they say to King, "Hey, we talked to Gregory. You ain't see him. He was here earlier." And he just looked, and he's like, "Yeah, he came earlier, and they ain't here now." But he said that he was willing to talk. Can y'all talk and square things away so that y'all could be cool? He willing to say. He said, I ain't got no issue with him. Only issue I had was the disrespect. Okay, so you do have an issue with him, King. It's a fucking disrespect. But so anyway, the ladies is the disrespect. So the ladies is over there feeling quad in. Fucking nosy ass Simone. She can't go to a party and just mind her fucking business. I was over there and I overheard Greg telling the men that he's ready. He has had some time to reflect. He was embarrassed. Nobody said that shit. He didn't say that. But he's ready to put the group back together. And here's Quad. No, not I. Not I. What did she say? So she said, not even so Simone and Toya, not even good for the group. I'm not interested. I'm not asking. So she said, well, you're asking us to choose and to acquire. I'm not asking you to choose. I'm asking you to put yourself in my shoes and then choose me. And then that's the only way. Once you put yourself in my shoes, the only way to see things is to choose me because I'm not compromising with me and my man got going on, or our characters to deal with my past because I'm currently in my future. You know that old fucking Shakespearean shit she be saying. So anyway, she's saying that on this side, but her man over there saying I'm gonna make good. See what I'm saying? Quad, you're a bitch too. And I don't even know why it's a big deal. You don't even like these women and you don't even fuck with them. And they just kicked your ass out last season. It ain't been that long ago. And you know they'll do it again. You have watched this shit come. Even Contessa, oh my God, I'm back. Did you miss me? Not really. No. Because you're a fence rider. You say one thing here and some other there. Now, you will give Heavenly smoke, but you don't give it to the rest of them bitches like you do Heavenly. And I don't know what it is with Simone, and I don't know what it is with Jackie, but they're fucking nobody. Jackie has no storyline. Simone has no storyline. They have no fucking storyline. If they ain't sitting around eating fucking dry salad and trying to see what's going on in somebody else's shit, why don't they work on their own shit? Because Cecil, he sure don't look happy to me. I'm just going to say. He just like his sons. Y'all fucking, you a yes boy. Anything she say, you just go. And they always say you real estate. Motherfucker, when you gonna sell something? We'll never see you closed on shit. We'll never hear you talking about clothes. You just sit around the house in that goddamn basement drinking. And I think the reason why you don't want the boys to come back home is because, well, that bitch is at work. You was doing some other shit. You on the internet. You browsing or Pornhub and you something. Cause y'all ain't no way. There's no fucking way. So anyway, I felt bad for Sweet Tea and Dr. G when they left because they look sad, and Dr. G really does look hurt. I don't give a fuck how did the name of the shit rolled out. They just look real hurt, and they ain't did nothing to deserve all this. And but for Toy to say that she messy, and I heard on somebody interview she was saying she been wanting to fight and jumping at you and shit. I have not seen that, and even if I did, please show it. I want to see shit like this. I like seeing Teresa Judice turn the goddamn table over and push Andy down in the chair. I like that shit. I do. And y'all can't say y'all better than Love and Hip Hop or Zeus Network or nothing. The shit that y'all know, and then this the fucked up shit. Y'all is grand. Y'all ain't may not have no grandkids, but y'all damn near grandparents. And this is how the fuck y'all acting. This is how you acting. And you want your kids to respect you. You fucking childish. Your kids, your sons, and these motherfuckers got more respect for each other than you do. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's cool to. I'm gonna just tell you this, Damon. It's cool. I had my ex husband one time protecting me. It's something real simple. I was over at my girlfriend's house. We got along. Her and her husband didn't like her husband because I don't like the way he treated her. And one day I was over there. He had so much to drink. And he was just real disrespectful. Yeah, yeah, won't you come over here and let me put my white dick between your black this and that and that. I was like, man. So I wasn't that crazy in his house because I was inside the house. It's like 7:30 at night during the wintertime. And the reason why I know that because it was dark as fuck outside. So anyway, I kept backing myself out the house because you don't know. I would have whooped her husband's ass, and then I was probably about 230 pounds. I was like 250 pounds. I'd have killed that little motherfucker. But I was like, if I start whooping this motherfucker in this house, ain't nobody know I'm in here. I was across the street. Ain't nobody gonna know my business, motherfucker. So I got, if I start whooping on his ass, what the fuck is she gonna do? So I back my, talking shit. Okay, yeah, all right, Angie. Okay, Michael, whatever. So I go home and I tell my husband, and he doesn't. So my husband over there knocked on the door. And he said, "Yeah, I said that." My husband snatched his ass out of his house and started whooping his ass. And they arrested my husband. We was on post. They arrested my husband. They arrested the dude, but like 45 minutes later, my husband told me, "Don't come to the police station." My husband came home, and I was like, "What happened?" He said, "Yeah, they let me go." And tell him that motherfucker, tell him how he gonna put his penis between my wife's butt cheeks and shit. And was she? Hell no. So I didn't want my husband to fight him, but he got rowdy with my husband. My husband whooped his ass, and it felt good to do that. But you aren't supposed to do no shit and get your man in no shit. Cause I'm a sweet tea. You fuck with mine, you gonna have to fight me and him. I'm just telling you. Well, that was then. Now I'll let you whoop the shit out of him. I swear I would. And he the father of my children. I don't give a fuck. And beat it. Well, don't kill him, cause the new wife probably get the life insurance. So anyway, yeah, you can't expect King. This is ridiculous for your fucking or Damon for your wife to walk up to say whatever the fuck she feel like she want to say to somebody, and for the man to not say nothing to her, to go to you. You better train that bitch to know who face to get in and not to get in. Cause you'll get your see that type of shit get motherfuckers fucked up, get you pow pow, get you get your ass whooped. So like I don't like no bitches like that or start shit, then go get that man. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, and that's what you. Okay, when he came and told her, I told that motherfucker, you say whatever you want to say to him, and he better not say nothing to you. Okay, I be like, boy, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to that man, but no, you encouraging it. So I don't like bitches to do shit like that either. So my son gonna wind up in the jail or in the ground protecting your dumb shit. No. I'm just saying, people just crazy, and you can agree to disagree with me. But Sweet Tea and Dr. G, they ain't do nothing wrong. I don't give a fuck how she got with him to get a husband, or what or even if he married her because she younger than Quad and she was gonna give him a baby and blah blah blah. Who the fuck care? They ain't got nothing to do with none of them. That's just Sweet Tea and Dr. G business. So let it be their business. And if she want to bust it wide open and give it to King, she busting it wide open now, doing it 15 times a day. Where the fuck is her baby? I mean, she doing it 15 times a week. Where the fuck is her baby? Because you fucking like that, and you been together 2.5 years, and you ain't had no baby. You might want to go get your uterus checked too. I'm just telling you. 15 times. That's 2 times a day, or maybe even more. You said, and y'all been together for like 2.5 years, and nothing, girl. You must be on birth control. I don't know. And then I was gonna say this too, Dr. G. It might not be. She did have them endometrius or whatever, but you need to make sure that your sperm count is good too, because you old and you drink, and that can affect your sperm count. So listen, I didn't mean to talk about this shit this long. I didn't think I was gonna talk about it that long because I don't really that shit don't really don't really move me. I don't like all this retardedness. And I think they just need to do a mix up. But like I said, I'm extremely shocked that Jackie got something to do with surrogacy and the I guess the pipeline, but putting motherfuckers together. She better do that shit for white women. She couldn't find that bitch couldn't find me a rock. I'm just telling you. So listen, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me. Listen to me talk shit about these people, cause I can, cause it's my channel. If you don't forget to leave me a comment and subscribe. I'd like to thank the ones that you know who you are that write me kind of often just to say hi to me, to see how I'm doing. That shit really matter because, like I said, I don't work because I had my hands operated on. I don't work because I got dialysis. The day everything is all fucked up because I'm supposed to have a treatment today. So I'm running my machine and the water will not go in this goddamn machine. And I had the maintenance man or the plumber dude come over here like twice and he swear he's showing me, but when I turn the fucking faucet on, the water runs down the sink, not in the damn water line to this machine like I needed. So y'all ain't trying to hear this shit. Listen, could have been anywhere, but I'm glad you was here with me. And I'll be back. I got a couple more of these recaps I gotta do. I love you. Bye. And I do love you. I don't care. She don't love me. You don't know. She don't know about me.